Okay, this is my excuse me. This is my Winchester Model 94 22 lever action. This thing is as old as me. Actually, it's probably a touch older than me, but it was bought by my grandfather when I was born. I don't know whether it was to commemorate my birth or whether it was just so happened. But yeah, it was bought in 1974, and it might be a year or two older than that. I'm not 100% sure. But it's an awesome gun. I don't know a heap about it. It's only really been mine for a short period of time. I've always known about the thing. It's been around the house or at my grandparents' place, or even back in the old days when things weren't required to be locked up. This thing used to sit next to the back door, and it had never been shot, which was weird. Like, it sat with a couple of the other guns at the back door, and yeah, there was crossbow 222 and there was a 308, an old 303 as well. They were sitting at the back door, and I think they were used more than anything else. This thing isn't real accurate either. The best I can probably get with this, I've only shot probably 50 rounds through it at that, if that. The best I can get is probably groups within about 1.5 to 2 inches at 75 metres, which is pretty shocking, really. That could be the open sights, I guess. I'm not real good with open sights. I haven't really shot anything consistently with open sights since I was a tacker with, or a young tacker with a air rifle. So yeah, but it's a really cool gun. Model 94. It's based on, like, I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure what year this is made, but it's called a 94 because it was based on the Winchester that was made in 1894. So it's the same sort of design, but it's just a 22. I don't think they, don't quote me, but I don't think they made 22s back in the late 1800s. It's the only gun I've got with a hammer. It's funny, I wasn't going to make any more videos until I got a better camera. That's the way my finances are going. This is it. It's going to be a while before I get a decent camera. Let me think. I think it's 10 rounds. Don't quote me. I think it might even be 15 rounds. I'm not 100% sure. That fit into the tube magazine under the barrel. Just open that up. To be honest, just looking at that, I think that would be 15. Like I said, I hardly ever shoot this thing. It's more of a sentimental value thing for me. And I did load the bullets in there, and this has got a big spring in it that feeds them through. When I say big spring, it's pretty slack. It's not real new, and to be honest, I don't know how often I'll shoot this. It's a really sentimental thing. Been in my family. I'm the third generation now, I guess, that's owned this gun. And it's in really good nick. Really, really good condition. There's not a scratch, not a mark. The only marks on it are my bloody fingerprints all over it. From having a look at it recently, there's not even there's a couple of spots on the barrel, and they're tiny. I'm sure this is worth a couple of bucks. But yeah, I don't know a heap of what to talk about with this gun. It's a real Winchester. I'll see if I can get the. It's written there on the barrel. You can probably just make out scratches. This camera sucks. I'd really like to. Come on, focus. No, it won't even focus. It even says Winchester Model 94 22 XTR .22 S-L-L-R. Made in, and this is the clincher, made in New Haven, Connecticut, USA, Winchester proof steel. So it's a Rizzy Dig, 100%. It's even got the, you can't see anything, but like maker stamps and stuff all over it. So it's a real one, as opposed to my Winchester Wildcat, which isn't a Winchester, it's a Pos. Really, really pretty wood on this. I love this wood. It's beautiful. It's a really heavy thing. It's probably 3 times heavier than the Wildcat, if not more. But and which is really heavy for a 22. It's probably, I'd say it's even a touch heavier than the Howler, or the Weatherby, even so, which is another one to show you at another stage. But yeah, I'll always keep this gun because I don't think it was bought to commemorate my birth, but it was bought when I was born, so So it ties in with my life, I guess. Unless someone gives me a really good offer. I've seen them for sale in half decent condition in the States on websites for about $600 or $700 US. So I can imagine it would be worth the same sort of thing here, in good condition. And to be honest, the ones that I'd seen had a little bit of the finish on the wood peeling, a couple of scratches and stuff like that. And this thing is absolutely immaculate. I think the only time it had been kept out of bags and cabinets and stuff is when it was at the back door when I was younger at my grandparents' place. But yeah, but being a lever action and a short barrel sort of deal, it's not real accurate. And I've never shot a living thing with this thing. I've just had a few cracks at some targets and cleaned it back up and put it back in my gun safe. And to be honest, I would almost get this its own gun safe because of the sentimental attachment. But I don't know much about how this sort of style of, metal banding, connecting barrels and all that sort of gear works. The construction of it, I'm really not familiar with at all. I don't know a heap. But yeah, it's a cool gun. Someone might know a bit more. Someone might watch this and be able to give me the info that I'm looking for. Or some of the info anyway, or more info on the thing at all. Open sights. I haven't actually properly sighted this thing. That could also be why. I'm an absolute shocker shot with it. I can't. I'm hopeless with this camera, and this camera's hopeless trying to get a shot of the sights there. But yeah, she's cool, man. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm keen to I'll make some more DVDs. In fact, we're going to the 270. I'll probably put another 30 or 40 rounds through it. That'll make it about 120 rounds, and that's close enough to run in. We're going to glass bed it or bed it anyway, and work the trigger a little bit. I've never done that one before, and I've got to convince a friend of mine to let him, or to convince a friend of mine to relax, and we'll film the bedding job on the 270 when I do it, and whatever we can do with adjusting the trigger. And I guess I'd like to, again, I just feel a bit weird about it, I guess, a bit embarrassed maybe, but I'd like to get them all out of the range, or even out of the block of land, I guess, if next time I get a chance out of the block. But every time I get there, people are too keen to sight a gun in and shoot through. I don't know how often or how keen they'd be to stand around and watch me film something. But I'd like to film them all being shot at the range so I can sort of show off the sort of groups you can get with them, just to show a little bit of performance of the guns, a little bit of sound, maybe shoot them at night so you can see the difference in muzzle, flash and stuff like that. The big guns look cool with a massive burst of flame at night time. It looks awesome. But yeah, people at the range are going to look at me like an idiot, I guess, while I'm standing there talking to a camera trying to film stuff. There's a lot of, as much as there's a lot of easygoing guys at the range, and they're really nice blokes, and I enjoy spending a bit of time out there when I go. It's, I don't know whether I'd get enough peace and quiet to film without people coming over to give me a hard time. But yeah. So anyway, that's the real Winchester, heirloomy, sentimental 94 22 lever action. And I think the only time I'll get another lever action is probably a Marlin in a 30-30 or a 44 mag. Actually, probably a 44 mag. Now, why not make it worthwhile, eh? Anyway, I hope that's alright. And if you've got any questions, or anyone's got any questions, or any info on this would be handy too, let me know. Please PM me or send me a message or comment or rate or do whatever it is that YouTubers all do. Awesome. Thanks for watching.